All right, so in this Leetcode challenge, the two sums challenge, the problem statement is given an array of nums, an integer array of nums, and an integer target, return the indices, so return the positions of the two numbers such that they add up to give the target, right? So in this example, 2 plus 7 will add up to give 9, so we're going to return the positions of 2 and 7, which is 0 and 1, right? Okay, so let's just get a screen grab of this and copy it into Ziteboard, and let's just make it a little bigger. Okay, so we're going to start. So we're going to iterate through this, right? So we're going to start with 2, and we're going to compare it to the next value and see if it's equal to 9. And if it is, in this case it is, we'll return straight away. Right? We'll return 0, 1, right? The positions of 2 and 7. If not, then we're gonna continue on. We're gonna add 2 to 11 and see if that gives the answer, and 2 to 15 if that gives the answer. If it doesn't, then obviously we're gonna start with 7 and compare that to 11, add that to 11 and see if it gives the answer. Add it to 15 and see if it gives the answer. If it doesn't, then we're going to move on to 11 and add 11 to 15 and see if it gives the answer, right? So anytime if it does give the answer, we'll return the indices straight away. So I suppose, how is this going to look? So we're going to have a starting position of 0 here, right, for the first number we're going to add, right? So I is going to be equal to 0, say. The next position is going to be always the 1 greater than I, right? So to start it, so it's going to be, say, j is going to be equal to I plus 1, right? So it's going to be 1 on from I. In terms of how far we're going to go with I, then it's going to be, I is going to be less than, so it's never going to go to, I is never going to go to the last number, which we can see here. It's going to go to possibly the second last number. So it's going to be the length minus 1, and in terms of j is going to go all the way to the end if it has to. That's right. And then we're going to add in the array whatever it is, nums of whatever I plus nums of j equal to target, right? And if that is correct, we'll just return I and j. All right. Okay, let's give that a go. So let's just go back to our code. So let's do our for loop. Int I is going to be equal to 0. I is going to be greater than nums length minus 1. Right, it's not going to go to the very end. And then it's I plus plus. Then we're going to go to j, and j is going to be equal to position I plus 1. J is going to be less than nums the length. So it's j can go all the way to the end. J plus plus. Okay, so if nums of I plus nums of j is equal to target, we're going to want to return a new int of ij. Oops. And obviously we still need to, if we are told there will be a match, so there's exactly one solution, but just in case, that's just for compilation, let's just return an empty array. Okay, so let's run this, see if there's any compilation errors. We got one, so new ij, let's return that. And we get another error, new. All right, so okay, so this one is successful. Let's try with another example they have here. And it's going to be 6. So the position should be 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Let's try 3 and 3. It's going to be 6. It works. And so try 0 and 0. 0 and 0 works. Let's try, okay, there has to be 2 numbers. So we can just try giving empty and see what happens. It's probably going to fail out because it expects 2 numbers. Okay, it fails out. Perfect. So that's the add numbers Leetcode challenge just right there.